Greetings YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Le.Monde.Du.VAPEUR with me, Vitaly Vapour. Many thanks for joining me again. For those with you who were with me last time, you will remember that we built this zombie villager farm. As you can see, I've gone round and placed torches in all the chambers just to stop any zombie villagers from spawning at the moment. I have found one small design flaw with this design, and that is that the baby zombie variants can actually escape and attack you, which can be a bit problematic. We've expanded the farm since last time. We're still intending to make this section here the pumpkin farm, but as you can see over here we have a holding cell containing two villagers, a priest villager who's trading rotten flesh and ingots for emeralds, and a shepherd, I believe, who's trading white wool for emeralds and emeralds for shears. So these two have been cordoned off and the zombie villager farm shut off for now, because two villagers is all I should need to be able to start my iron farm, and then I'll turn the zombie villager farm back on while I look for farmer villagers to run automated carrot and wheat farms. So as you can see, we've done a little bit of expansion since last time on Farm Hills, and with this huge chamber here. We're probably going to look to implement this two-door part here into a standard mine, just so we can go down, look for any diamonds and emeralds that may be below our farm hills. And the room in here is going to be our AFK vine farm, but unfortunately it looks like for the minute a creeper has decided to move in. So let's take this guy out very carefully. Luckily we got knocked back on this sword. One more should do us. Perfect. That's that sorted. Let's get another torch put down in here then. We've obviously still got a few areas that are a bit dark. Oh yeah, I can see what's gone wrong here. Let's put those ones back for a minute. So this will be our AFK vine farm. So if you're looking to build one of these, you'll need to hollow out a space about 16 blocks side to side here by about 21 blocks deep. Now in a few places you'll need to mine out 3 blocks, just in a couple of, like in a 1 wide block space approximately. So 3 blocks that way, for instance, 3 blocks in this direction, etc, etc. The space in here is 7 blocks high, and again you'll need to go down a few blocks, probably around 3 again. So if you had a safe bet of, let's see, 16 plus 3 is 19, so 21 wide by 27 deep by 10 tall, you would definitely have enough room. But as I say, it's only in a couple of locations we're going to be going down by 3 bricks. So let's grab what we need to build with, and hopefully no more nasty creepers are going to spawn. So for this build I'm going to need 2 cauldrons, 2 obsidian, 2 blocks of redstone, some soul sand, 22 hoppers, 8 droppers, 18 redstone torches, however we will grab more, 26 redstone, but again I'll grab more just as a backup, 18 redstone repeaters, 6 stone pressure pads, 2 redstone comparators. You'll need at least 4 chests for this build, some buckets of water, around 32 slabs I believe, 2 pistons, 16 sticky pistons, some blocks of choice with some matching stairs of choice. I'm just going to grab a couple of other blocks of choice. You'll need some glass and some vines for the final stages as well. And I just realised I want to pick up some blocks of choice for my circuits, because in Le.Monde.Du.VAPEUR we use birchwood for circuits as our block of choice. So let us begin then. So hopefully no more creepers spawning in here. No, this place has been a bit of a creeper magnet, to be honest guys. It's been rather annoying. So this first channel along here, if we let's get out what we need, do a few swap abouts here. Okay, so in this first corner we're going to remove that torch for now and probably place it there. and then we're going to place our bucket of water there, and it should run all the way over to this torch. Fantastic. Place a pressure pad down there, and then you want to take out your soul sand. Very crucial part of the build, the soul sand. And just place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. Now again, get a bucket of water, and if you place that against this, it should run all the way to here and then stop. Perfect. We don't actually need a block there. What we do need though is our mechanism. So this is actually based on a design by a YouTuber called Imongo, and I will put a link to his video in the bottom of the description, because this is not my design but his. So let me get a few more items switched about. So we want these hoppers. So go into sneak mode, you want the hopper to run into this block here, and we're just going to take out a few blocks here and there for a moment. Let's take out that one, take out that, and then we are going to run into the side of that block right there. There we go. Perfect. Now what I might do is I might collect this bucket of water for now so it doesn't drain down and take out any redstone. But it was just to show that that is where you need to place your hopper down. Now on top of that hopper, go into crouch mode and place down your stone pressure pad. And that is that one dealt with. So take out a couple of blocks here. So where this dropper is going sideways, hopper, sorry, pick up a dropper. You can see how this gets confusing very quickly, and have one facing towards you would be good. Let's see if we can get that to do what we want it to do. Obviously not far enough back. There we go. So it should be facing towards that hopper, and then you want to put 2 going upwards straight off of there. Then on top of your dropper that's facing sideways, take out another hopper, go into crouch mode yet again, and place it down like so. Then come around to the front of it, and again facing it there, place a chest on top. Perfect, 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 perfect. Now what else do we want to do here? We want to put a block of choice on top of the hopper to the side there, and I just realized I don't have the block on me that I would like to use, so we're going to ditch a couple of items here and pick up some grey wool. This is personal preference, guys. It does not need to be grey wool, but you put that there, and then if you just take out these 2 blocks here, and then take out one of your sticky pistons, bump, perfect, and that should be that far apart. Now we need to mine down a bit here, so with our pickaxe we're just gonna take out an area 3 wide here, and then we're going to take out a block there. Actually, if we come back one more, there's actually some coal here, guys, that I'm not too proud to take away. So if we just take out all of this down here for a minute, make life a lot easier for ourselves. Especially picking up all this coal, because we all came here to watch me do a load of mining, didn't we? So I just realised I'm not actually picking any of the coal up there because I don't have any inventory space at this time. So let's staircase our way up and out. And we're just going to put a torch down on the wall which can go here, I believe. And then let's just sort out our inventory, because we are a bit overcrowded, unfortunately. So we're not doing too well for space. But if we just put away all bar 2 buckets of water, that should fix us for a minute. It's the only problem in survival, isn't it? Not enough space for everything. So, perfect. That's much better. Right, let's just quickly clear some space here to work from. And if I go back to here, so below this dropper here, the one that's facing sideways, you want to take out your blocks of choice for your circuits. Say in Le.Monde.Du.VAPEUR, that for us is the lovely birchwood. And then off the side of that birchwood, you are going to place yourself a redstone torch. Now you want to place another circuit block here, again with a redstone torch running off from that. So you should have this pattern here. And then running off from that redstone torch here, there should be a line of redstone on top of a circuit block 3 long. So 1, 2, 3. Put that away. Take out your redstone dust. There we go. And again, we'll come back down for the rest of that in a second. So that's where we are currently up to. Just double checking that we're happy with all of that, and we are. So next to this dropper here, on top of this block here, we need to place another dropper in. And oh my god, these are so much fun to do in survival, aren't they? You can see why most tutorials are done in creative, just for ease, but we will persevere on for you. If we go down here, we should be able to hit that perfectly. And that needs to face down into the block of choice, like so. Lovely. And then we need to get a hopper out again. And our hopper in sneak mode needs to go into the side of that block, into the side of our dropper. Okay, so that should be more or less the pattern here. Again, on the top, if we just quickly take out a block of choice, go into crouch mode and place that on top of our the hopper. Come round, and then again pick all of that up, and then this should be fun actually. What I might do, just to make my life a little bit easier here, is just pick up that, take out my sticky pistons, sticky piston facing towards us, and then we can go ahead and put that piece of grey wool back. Looking good, looking good. Complicated, but looking good. Okay, that should be more or less everything we need on this side. So if we were to come up to that piston there with the block of choice on top of it, effectively off the side of this piston, be very careful where you place this. You are going to want a block of obsidian, and then running off of the back of that, you want 2 of your circuit blocks of choice. So you can go 1, 2, and then if we just take out if we just pile our way up with some dirt, we want to have on us for a second torches and redstone. So make sure to place redstone dust on top of all three of these. And then you want to place yourself a redstone torch on the side there. And that piston needs to come on. If that piston doesn't come on, you've done something wrong and you will need to start again. Now, just realise, as always, when working with droppers and hoppers, make sure there's nothing inside of any of them. Perfect, because that's not what we're after here, guys. Now, off of this, ooh, gonna get trapped down in this part down here. Hop on over to the other side, and we want to be looking at cauldron and further piston placement now. So I want you to go ahead and mine out this block here and take yourself out a sticky piston. So you want a sticky piston facing upwards adjacent to that hopper. Then I want you to take out your cauldron and a bucket of water. Place the cauldron on top of the sticky piston and then fill it with water. Now, hopefully, if we've mined out enough underneath, we should be able to find, with relative ease, the underside of that sticky piston. He says with absolutely no luck whatsoever. There it is. Perfect. So, on the underside of your sticky piston, make sure there's a good amount of blocks free underneath. We can come back round later, tidy all of this up. But effectively, on the bottom of your sticky piston, you want to grab yourself redstone blocks and sticky pistons and place one in exactly like that. So it comes down to meet that circuit of redstone we placed down below before. If we hop on back over, now if we put those away, get out your block circuits of choice and your comparators and probably some repeaters and maybe some dirt as well, just to help along where you're going to pile up from. So off the back of the cauldron, place you down a circuit block of choice, and then facing away from the cauldron, place down a comparator. Coming up from your comparator, hang off the edge of it, place down a temporary block, and then place a circuit block. And then again, off the face of that one, place down a temporary block, come across, and then if we go 1, 2, place down a couple of temporary blocks like so, and then we want a block there, and we are going to need to put in some dirt blocks here as well, because we've got some rather complicated placements coming up over that side. So if we just very quickly look at that as well. Perfect. Now take out your repeaters, and the first repeater to place down needs to face into here and be on 1 tick delay. Take out 4 pieces of redstone and place them down like so. Now you can come down to where we've placed this block of dirt, grab sticky pistons and a regular piston. Sticky piston there, temporary block if you're in survival, you'll need it. break your temporary block, and then this one's really tricky. Effectively, you need to place down a piston on that block so it faces towards you. See how I did that? So that I was all the way back so that it didn't face down, it faced towards this end, towards this redstone torch basically. If that didn't happen, again, something's gone wrong and you'll need to go back, unfortunately. So get your circuit block of choice again, place that down, come around to here, place down a repeater and put it on 3 ticks delay. Very important there, has to be on 3 ticks, and that should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, this full circuit. So I want to go round to the other side now very quickly, just fill in the last couple of bits of this. So if I get out the materials I'm going to want for that, perfect. Take away that temporary dirt, and then it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously there is a pressure pad there, so place down yourself a pressure pad there. Take out your buckets of water. Again, let's just make sure this is, all of these are empty, so you don't want anything creeping into this system. Perfect. As we say, we can tidy everything up below afterwards. We need one more bucket of water and then we can test this system, guys, which is exciting. Okay. Place it down. Now, if this has worked, we would be here mining away AFK with our button taped down, just as shown in Imongo's video. We'll be going along here, mining 4 lines of vines until we get to our contraption that we've built, which should push us along, and you should hear the dispenser click. Okay, we've got ourselves a slight snag there. Do you see what happened? The piston, the standard piston, didn't fire when it came down, so we are going to have to look into that and work out why that's not happy. Let's have a quick look. That should fire, that should fire. I may have to cut ahead and come back as always, because there's just one item not quite right. Because effectively we get to here, you heard everything click, the comparator goes up, the cauldron goes up to fire the comparator. If I had to guess, I think the circuitry underneath is not quite in the right place to let this lot go from the looks of things. Let's have a look. See if we can solve this on camera, because know how frustrating it is to build something and it not work out for you. So below that one, yep. Torch tower to there, yep. Torch tower to there, yep. Yep. This line of redstone is in the wrong place by 1 block, would you believe? And that's all it is. Fairly certain, fairly confident, guys, that that's all it was. So 1, 3. Let's try it now. So hopefully, as we go across, cauldron's going to fire up. Well, that made the dispenser go off, but still not getting that piston going off. So I will cut ahead, guys. I will solve it, and I will be right back. Welcome back, guys. I am such an idiot. It was so simple. It was these two redstone repeaters were the wrong way around. So I'm going to stand here and you can pause the video if needed just to look at those. But effectively, the one that runs into the sticky piston with the standard piston on the bottom should face into the sticky piston on 3 ticks delay, and the other redstone repeater should face into the middle of that line of redstone on 1 tick delay. So just place that repeater down, and then what that effectively means is we're in the machine mining away, and then when we get to here, the dispenser goes off and we get given another set of shears if we need it. And if we don't pick up those shears, then they go back into that dropper system thanks to everything pulling itself open and the items being sucked in via the hopper below us, etc. So that is part 1 of the vine farm built. So off camera, to save anyone having to sit through a painful redstone tutorial again, I will build that same contraption over this side, and in the next video I will show you how we're going to make the pistons that are needed to move us around the corners, because obviously at the moment we're all set up to be pushed along, but when we get to here we're obviously going to come to a standstill. So we're going to need ourselves a piston that comes out of this wall, and then here we're going to need ourselves a piston that comes out of this wall and out of this wall, so that we're pushed up against here, ready to mine away all along here another set of vines. And then finally we will need to put the vine farms in and then just generally neaten this place up. So many thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in part 2 of this AFK vine farm, and until then, goodbye.